Arnold Schwarzenegger turned down a huge franchise that made $1.4 billion in favor of a sequel that was never made. Arnold Schwarzenegger turned down a major franchise after reading the unfinished script. Picking the right script can be very challenging, especially for top-tier actors who get lots of scripts. That was the case for Bruce Willis, who passed on a film that won 9 Oscars, while being forced into The Sixth Sense because of his deal with Disney, but the film turned out to be the most profitable of his career. As we'll reveal in the following, Arnold Schwarzenegger faced similar circumstances. He got a major offer to star in a franchise but turned it down because of the unfinished script and a rumored sequel at the time. We'll reveal how it all went down, and which actor starred in the franchise instead. Screenwriter Stephen E. D'Souza revealed that a script was indeed in the works for the sequel of Commando. Back in 1985, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando got its release. The action-slash-thriller made $57 million at the box office, off a budget of $9 million. There were talks of making a sequel and possibly turning the film into a franchise. Screenwriter Stephen E. D'Souza revealed that there was a conversation of a sequel and that a script was made. "I did write a sequel for that which is floating around on the internet. Frank Darabont even did some revisions on it." D'Souza would go on to discuss the plot. "So for Commando 2, we figured that Arnold, after blowing up half of Los Angeles, achieves some notoriety, retires from the army and, by the time the sequel occurs, is running a security firm. The plot would have seen him hired by a big corporation to oversee their security, to protect their executives from being kidnapped, to stop people breaking into their building and to make sure their computers are secure." He continues, "But there's a twist. So he sets it up and hires the most dangerous people to be guards in the building, and then lo and behold, he discovers the people he's working for are in the illegal arms business and the big corporation is simply a front." The film had major potential, but it wasn't meant to be. Arnold had another major project pitched at the time, but he turned down the prospect and might regret it. Arnold Schwarzenegger turned down Die Hard because of the unfinished script. Speaking alongside Empire, Arnold recalled turning down 2 major scripts, both Die Hard and The Rock. Die Hard in particular could have been a major game changer, however, Arnold felt as though the script was unfinished at the time. "There was an unfinished script, which someone gave me and said, 'Would you want to play this?' I was working with Joel Silver on Predator and Die Hard was his next movie. So we talked about it, but then he hired Bruce Willis." Arnold recalled similar circumstances for The Rock, which ultimately went to Nicolas Cage. "Here, look at this script. But don't read it. Just, here's what the premise is." He was all over the place, he explains. "I said, look, Don, I can't make a commitment based on what you're showing me here. You won't even let me read the script. Why don't you bake it some more, develop it some more, then we'll talk again." He was very upset. He just walked out and then went to Nicolas Cage with the part, Arnold revealed of producer Don Simpson. Bruce Willis took on Die Hard and made a fortune from the film. Bruce Willis's start with Die Hard caught Hollywood by surprise, given that an unproven TV star was making a salary of $5 million in such a major film. However, Willis didn't make much of the news at the time and felt confident. "We didn't put a gun to anybody's head. In a town and an industry where all this can be gone next year, you take what you can get. You get what you can. I really feel that Fox is pleased with how it all turned out. They paid me what they thought I was worth for the film and for them." With a global gross of $148 million based on a $28 million budget, one would imagine the executives slept just fine back in '88. Willis would go on to reveal that he did his best during performances, and didn't try to think of the other circumstances he couldn't do anything about. "I can only do the best work that I can as an actor, and after that, there's not a whole lot that I can do. You can talk about the film, but even that, who knows what that does? I like Sunset and what I did in it. The fact that it didn't do well at the box office is just a fact. It's neither here nor there." Credit to Willis, who was a major force at the box office for years. That's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.